Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Anda Naik back again with another video for the New York Health Act. Oh my god, the holidays are upon us. This has been quite a huge year. But we'll have that year-end video next time. But today I wanted to do something different. Just go through I've had the chance to take New York Health Act interviews of some of the best activists that I know, and I want to go through these questions for me, just so that I have some experience putting myself through the questions I've been asking everybody who has been doing so much for the New York Health Act. So if you have not checked out my interview with Scott Denoyers or Marina Tapstina, I'll definitely link them in the description. But let's go through the interview that I put other people through and see how I do, okay? For those who still don't know, the New York Health Act is a state-level single-payer bill which would ensure that each and every single New Yorker would have health care. So if you, regardless of job status, marital status, immigration status, you name it, it would cover all medically necessary procedures, and we need to get this done. We really need to get this done, because New York would not only become the first state in the country to guarantee healthcare to all its people. I know that it's going to have a ripple effect all throughout the country and throughout the world. So it's just the first step. Let's go through these questions. For me, where do you live and what do you do? Okay. So I live in India, and I work, I help manage our family business and work as an IT support specialist for nonprofits. I actually lived in New Jersey from 2017 to 2021, and I moved back post the second wave in COVID. And the next question is going to go into what I want to say anyways. In brief, talk about what prompted you to work for the New York Health Act. What's your story? So in 2017, I attended a single-payer rally, and somebody handed me a pamphlet for the New York Health Act. I had no idea what it was, but just through some research, I found out that it was a state-level bill which was really close to passing, and once I started, I couldn't stop, because I just saw how critically it's needed for the patients in New York. Do you or your family members have government-sponsored healthcare, and would it have helped with your healthcare story the way it's structured now? So, do I or my family members have government-sponsored healthcare? No. In India, we have primary healthcare centers. So if you go to a government hospital, it's mostly free. So there's always a cheaper alternative if you just don't want to pay for healthcare or don't have the money to. Would not-for-profit healthcare helped us now? Well, in COVID, a lot of companies were just adamant on making money, and that caused, if companies wouldn't have such a free reign over the healthcare of normal human beings, I think we would all be in a much better position. How could your healthcare story be different had the New York Health Act been law? Well, I would not have to travel back and forth to India to get a lot of the healthcare I needed when I lived in the US. In the US, it was just hard for me to understand what the insurance system how the insurance system was structured. I didn't know what I was paying for. I didn't know how to use it, and I didn't know what the bill would be if I did use my healthcare. So that kind of just impeded me from getting healthcare that I probably would have been able to get, but I was too nervous to even try. So I was told that it was just easier to just come back to India, get the healthcare I needed, and then go back to the US. So my story would have been much different. My teeth would not have suffered. I would have been able to get blood reports regularly had I just been navigating a system that was much simpler and much more for people rather than for profit. So what does support and awareness look like for the New York Health Act where you live? It's pretty unknown, because I don't live in New York anymore, but wherever I go, I let them know about the New York Health Act, and there's always somebody who has someone in the US. So I just want to make sure that regardless of where I am, even, and of course I definitely spread the word online, but regardless of where I am, I'm always going to keep spreading the word, and whoever is ready to listen to it is going to have to hear about the New York Health Act. What's the one thing you learned after doing New York Health Act advocacy that you would like to share? I learned so much. I learned so much. I learned I learned so many social skills, how to manage social media for other organizations. I learned how to canvas. I learned how to lobby. But the biggest thing I learned is always to include as many people as you can in whatever you do. It's so important to make sure that you're not doing anything on your own. The New York Health Act is a community effort, and if the community moves, the legislation will move much quicker. So having as many people doing with you is awesome, and making sure that whatever you're doing is helping other people's efforts is so important. So I definitely learned how to be of service in the most purest way possible. So yeah, very thankful. What is the first thing you will do once this is passed or implemented? Oh my god, the first thing I'll do is dance on the streets. I've been very transparent about that. I'm gonna dance to the most trashy hip-hop songs that come to mind. I don't know, I'm just gonna dance first. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. But after that, I know that I don't hesitate in saying this. I know that New Yorkers are going to take guaranteed health care, not just nationwide but worldwide, and I really look forward to being a part of that. The New York Health Act is a domino effect that's waiting to happen, because New Yorkers have a very powerful spirit that's going to help humanity in a very real way. And once their time is saved, and once they experience the relief that is guaranteed healthcare, I know that they're going to change the world for the better. And I cannot wait to see what y'all do. Like, you all will create magic, and I know I'm going to be so happy to see your progress. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait for you to live in having guaranteed healthcare. I really can't, because I know you're going to do some great things, and I cannot wait to be a part of that. So yeah,